everyone. So, recently I've been very busy working on my Foundations of Shakespeare course. It's almost finished now. And, when I work, I like to have music on. And, I did one of these things before where I reviewed Rick Wakeman's, Six Wives of Henry VIII. And the people who liked it. The people who didn't, well, they didn't watch. Win some, you lose some. That's how these Friday videos go. But I'm going to still keep on making them because I'm a man of culture. And most people aren't, but, Album I've been listening to while I've been working on this course is called Underwater Moonlight. It's by the Soft Boys. It was made in 1978. And I really don't think this album gets the props it deserves. I don't see it get as praised as much as it should. It doesn't have a bigger reputation as it should. It didn't sell a lot of records at the time. And really it's quite unique. It's quite difficult to place because you can hear the stirrings of what would become jangle pop, right? But they sound nothing like the Smiths at all. Generally speaking, you'd say, well, this is post-punk, it's new wave or post-punk, something like that, but they don't really sound like many of the other post-punk acts. Maybe there's a hint of Wire or somebody like that in there. There's a kind of 60s Beach Boys thing or even a Byrds thing, but they don't sound anything like those acts either. There's a bit of neo-psychedelia in there, but they don't really sound like a psychedelic act. There's a hint of Bowie, but they sound nothing like Bowie either. They've got some of that nervous energy of Talking Heads, for example, but they don't sound anything like Talking Heads. They're very, very they're very unique, this band, the Soft Boys, and this one album. I know almost nothing about them, by the way. I know that they made this album and then basically disbanded. The lead singer, I know, went on to have some sort of solo career doing more folky stuff. He's a bit strange, as we'll get to. I do know that this album was recorded in sweltering garage conditions with lo-fi equipment. And, it was I think they did it all in one or two really kind of hot sessions. But honestly, it doesn't sound lo-fi. To me, it sounds really, it's an old record, 1978, but it sounds fresh. It sounds almost timeless, this album. So, yeah, I really think that Underwater Moonlight deserves, to get more plaudits than it does. It deserves a higher rating on Rate Your Music, in my opinion. It deserves, more. And so I'm doing my small part to get more people to listen to this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to play I've picked out 4 songs from the album that I'm going to play. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about the song that you've just heard. Then I'll play the next one, and so on and so forth. I'll just kind of explain what I like about them, etc., etc. So, without further ado, here is the second track from Underwater Moonlight, Kingdom of Love.
Spiritual
All right, so one of the other strange things about this band is that all of their songs sound a little bit different from each other. So I've led with this one, but not all their songs sound like this. Some of them are harder, some of them are poppier, etc. This one almost sounds like it could be like a Huey Lewis and the News track when it starts, and then it starts getting weirder and weirder, as the lead singer there is talking about, how his love manifests as eggs being laid under his skin that then hatch as tiny insects. I mean, it's kind of surreal, bizarre imagery, kind of gross as well. And this is something that you get used to. The singer's name is Robin Hitchcock, by the way. And, his surrealist, almost absurdist imagery, he's obviously having fun with them, but they are kind of a bit creepy as well. Like when he says, I would ramble all through time and space just to have the butchers lick at your face. I mean, it's strange, isn't it? It always kind of goes in a direction that you're not expecting. Obviously, he's having some fun, but also you get the impression that there's something not quite right about this guy. And this is one of the things I like about Soft Boys, is that, you're kind of getting into it, you're thinking, oh, this is kind of poppy and so on, and then it's like, oh, where's this going? And who is this guy? Maybe I wouldn't want to be stuck in a room with him, There's also this angstiness. I mean, I guess there's a lot of like teenaged angst on this album in general, and there's something about their sound and there's something about the way he sings that really draws out that nervous, almost adolescent energy. Anyway, the next track I've picked out, I think has quite a bit of this energy. It's called I Got the Hots. I got the hots for you. Let's take a listen to this one, and I'll talk more about it after it's finished.
To the waitress, the best thing about you is your waist. She laughed a laugh that echoed round the fortress and said, Wait till you see the statues in my bathroom. I got the hots for you. 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 There she was. When you see her, your eyes awake. Electric bulbs on a birthday cake. Would you care for a lump of steak? Piece of hate, or another take.
So yeah, something a little bit off kilter about this band, but I got the hearts for you. I kind of like this song. The lyrics here, I mean, said the dentures to the peach, said the tide of filth to the bleach, said the spike to the tomato, said the curry to the corpse. I got the hots for you. Certainly having fun with his surreal images here. And then later on, said the vicar to the waitress, the best thing about you is your waist. She laughed a laugh that echoed round the fortress, said, wait till you see the statues in my bathroom. And then at the end, he just completely gives up. He said, when you see her eyes awake, electric bulbs on a birthday cake, would you care for a lump of steak or a piece of hake or another take? So, I mean, really, the lyrics devolve into nonsense by the end. But, yeah, it's got something of that nervous energy, and also this kind of, like, you don't ever really feel at ease listening to this band. And I don't know what it is that I kind of... It hits a strange spot. I'm a Captain Beefheart fan. And in a strange way, they remind me a little bit of Beefheart, Soft Boys, that same off-kilterness, and that same, like, never quite feeling safe. Anyway, let us now move on to my third pick here, which is probably the creepiest song. Well, they're all pretty creepy, to be honest, but Insanely Jealous of You, I think maybe the apex of nervous teenage energy that we're going to encounter, and also like a slightly, you can just imagine this guy being like slightly obsessive over whoever he's singing this about. So let's take it away.
She's walking down the street. Me, I'm just invisible, and who or what she walks with makes no difference to me. The people that she meets, she turns them into sideshows. They're just here for their amusement. That's not what I want to be, but I'm insanely jealous of you. Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. The night is black and thick. I wander past your window and I catch a cigarette thrown from a jewel-encrusted hand. It comes on pretty quick, exactly like a crocodile in search of a mirage across the undulating sand. But I'm insanely jealous of you. Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. I don't know why the people want to meet when all they know is that they'll breed like rabbits in the end. 'Cause ordinary people on the street, they never know, but if they can't be rabbits, they'll be friends. And I'm insanely jealous of the people that you see. And I'm insanely jealous of the people that aren't me. And I'm insanely jealous of you. Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. I just can't let it out. This feeling of insanity is thicker than a barge upon a shattered heap of coal. I know what it's about, like crying from a nightmare, and the one who lies beside you cannot hear to save a soul. But I'm insanely jealous of the people that you know, and I'm insanely jealous of the places that you go, and I'm insanely jealous of you. Yeah, I'm insanely jealous of you. The damage that we do is just so powerfully strong, they call it love. And the damage that we do, it just goes on and on and on, not long enough. Cracked and dry, the name is now illegible, and everything is lost upon the cracked and blistered hull. Beneath a yellow sky, the lovers trip beside a ship, but all I hear when they embrace is just the kiss of skulls. And I'm insanely jealous of the people that you see, and I'm insanely jealous of the people that I'm me, and I'm insanely jealous of the places that you go, and I'm insanely jealous of the people that you know, and I'm insanely jealous of the hairs upon your path, and I'm insanely jealous of the spiders in your path, and I'm insanely jealous of the stains upon your sheet, and I'm insanely jealous of the stuff inside your feet, and I'm insanely jealous of the things upon your bed, and I'm insanely jealous of the justice in your head, and I'm insanely jealous of the people that you love, and I'm insanely jealous of the fingers in your glove, and I'm insanely jealous of you, insanely jealous of you, insanely jealous of you, insanely jealous of you.
I mean, what I find really strange about this song is that he appears to be singing about this woman who's walking down the street that, you know, presumably is the one he's got the hots for, right? But he's jealous of her. This is a very odd energy. It's strange, like, you're jealous of the girl. You want to kind of be her. It's odd. Very strange. But also interesting. Also, kind of, the darkness of it interests me. And, well, if you know me, I've got a kind of curiosity about dark things. Again, if he ever did get his hands on this girl, I'd feel sorry. I wouldn't be jealous of her, I tell you that much. But, yeah. So let us, now fittingly, my final pick here is another slightly creepy song called Old Pervert. And let's give this one a whirl, and then we'll get out of here. An old pervert hanging around under the bridge. Ugh. However, this one kind of rocks, doesn't it? And I also think on this song they sound possibly at their most Beefheart-like. And this is the odd thing about the Soft Boys, is that they can go poppy, they can go soft, they can rock out, there's many different sides to this band, and they're also always strange in this way. And again, I mean, we're kind of stumbled on this. They sound nothing like Beefheart, obviously, but they're kind of in that ballpark. And I kind of wish they'd done more stuff. I haven't explored the solo work of Robin Hitchcock yet. I do know that he has some sort of following, and maybe his solo stuff is in this vein. I'm led to believe it's softer than this and is more folky and less in this odd post-punk thing that was happening here. 1978 was an interesting year in music. And there was a lot of good albums made that year. You know, I think of The Jesus of Cool by Nick Lowe, another really odd, eclectic album that's all over the place in terms of its styles. I think Nick Lowe's another underrated figure. There was lots of stuff going on in that year. You know, Kate Bush, The Kick Inside came out. That's a great album. More Songs About Buildings and Food by Talking Heads. Chairs Missing by Wire. These are all great albums. And I would put, This Year's Model by Elvis Costello as well. Shiny Beast by Captain Beefheart, who I mentioned. The Residents, who I've talked about before, they had an album out that year called Not Available, one of their more interesting albums. Pear Ubus, The Modern Dance, these are all weird and wacky and wonderful albums. Devo, that's another great band with some of this edgy, nervous energy. Are We Not Men? We Are Devo, that album was out that year. But I would put this album that I'm talking about, Underwater Moonlight by the Soft Boys, right in there with all of those. But for some reason, I don't see it get talked about in the same breath, or I don't see it get the plaudits. I'm making my small minor case for this. All right, I've talked long enough. Have a good weekend, everybody. Hold on a second. Hold on. I've just realised that it didn't come out in 1978, this album. It came out in 1980. Oh, damn. Well, I mentioned a lot of good albums from 1978. I might as well mention a few good ones from 1980 as well. Let's do that. What was going on in 1980? Well, Talking Heads had Remain in the Lights out. That was a good album. Kate Bush also had Never Forever out in 1980. Good album. Scary Monsters, David Bowie, the best since Scary Monsters. In fact, there's a song on Soft Boys that sounds a little bit like one of the songs off Scary Monsters. Similar ballpark. What else was going on? Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Dirty Mind by Prince. That's a good album. Grotesque by The Fall. Another great, edgy, strange band. If this goes well, if people like this, maybe I'll do a show, or at least a little Friday video on The Fall at one point. Captain Beefheart had Doc at the radar station out that year. His last album. Good album too. What was there? No, there was Ice Cream for Crow. Ice Cream for Crow came after that. But yeah, Doc at the radar station is one of Captain Beefheart's absolute best albums. What else came out? And again, I would put this album I've been talking about, the Soft Boys, right in there with all of those too. I don't know why it doesn't get talked about in the same breath. It should do. Sushi and the Banshees Kaleidoscope, that was a good album. Elvis Costello had Get Happy out that year. Lots of good stuff going on. But yeah, Underwater Moonlight. One of the best albums of 1980. Or of 1978, whichever way you want to put it. But, alright, okay. Truly this time, get out everybody. And I've got my January sale going on at the academic agency. It's had a bit of a makeover recently. Looks a bit different. I've got the new logo on there. Do buy a course, 25% off. Promo code SureJan. And for some reason, people are actually requesting me to play the ad. So I'll let the SureJan ad play us out. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. And I'll see you on Monday.
Sure. And so, sure.
Sure, Jan.
Can you command a comma like Joseph Conrad?
Sure.
And sure, Jan.
Are you magnificent in your mastery of marginalism like Murray
Rothbard?
Sure, Jan.
Are you legendary in your logical levelling of lamentable loquacity?
Sure,
Jan.
Come on down to the January sale at the academic agency. Promo code SureJan for 25% off. All this January, I got more courses than the Queen had horses.
Sure, Jan.
I got better rates than Andrew Tate's had mates.
Sure, Jan.
I got better deals than Lizzo's had meals.
Sure,
Jan.
And so, sure. And so, sure.
If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. You can join the channel for thousands of hours of past shows in the archive and hundreds of videos. If you have any questions, you can leave a super chat or a super thanks, and I'll be sure to pick it up during my weekly office hours, which run every Tuesday afternoon. I also provide courses at the academic agency, which I encourage people to buy. Thousands of students now have taken the Trivium to improve their skills in writing, logic, and rhetoric. Just 3 of many courses available. Buy it now. But most importantly of all, friends, get out.